Hi everyone, I'm Rincey and this is Rincey Reads. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing video for you guys. I have my Book of the Month box to show off, and then I have a new box that was kindly sent to me. It's the Afrofuture box. So the Afrofuture box is a new book box that focuses on science fiction, fantasy, and speculative fiction books by Black authors. And I believe that there are more things in the box besides just the book. I don't know too much about it. I didn't look at the website too heavily, but I do know that the box costs around $36 or $37 per month if you do subscribe, but they also have the option that you can purchase individual boxes as well until they run out, basically. So if you can't necessarily do the full subscription every single month, you can maybe check it out every couple of months when you have the means. Also, they provided me with a coupon code. I will put it in the description in case you guys are interested in subscribing. But yeah, let's open up the box and see if it's actually any good, because again, I have no idea what's going to be in this box, so we'll see together. Okay, so first they have this little card at the top that talks about everything that's in the box, which is really helpful. There's a pretty decent amount of stuff in here, which I will show you in a second. So the first thing that I see at the top is this card. It's literally just like a greeting card, but it's blank on the inside, but it has this really fantastic design on the front, which I really like. It's the Spirit card by Olga Lolo. Then the first book is Afrofuturism, The World of Black Sci-Fi and Fantasy Culture by Yatasha L. Womack. So I believe that this is a nonfiction book that talks about Afrofuturism and provides sort of context and information for people who are interested in this as a genre. It talks a lot about, says here, the literature of Samuel Delany, Octavia Butler, and N.K. Jemisin, but also musical influences such as Sun Ra, George Clinton, and the Black Eyed Peas' will.i.am, and the different art that they're inspired by for their works and things like that. So I think that this is sort of a beginner's guide to Afrofuturism and provides a lot of context for the authors and artists who belong to that space, which is really interesting. And then the other book that's in here is The Prey of Gods by Niki Drayton. And I've actually seen this one floating around a little bit. I think a couple of book writers got copies of this, and I've heard pretty good things about it. So this story, it looks like, takes place in South Africa, and robots and AI seem to be sort of making life easier, taking over a lot of the more difficult, mundane tasks of every day. But it looks like there is some drugs that are affecting a significant portion of the population. There is the potential of an AI uprising, and there is an ancient demigoddess hell-bent on regaining her former status by preying on the blood and sweat, but mostly blood, of every human she encounters. So yeah, this looks fascinating. The little girl on this cover is terrifying. So yeah, it looks like this could be a really interesting read. The other things that are included in here are the fun little treats. So there is South African flag jelly beans, which I'm assuming this is the colors of the South African flag. I'm not 100% sure what the South African flag looks like, so I apologize if that is incorrect. But yeah, these are just regular Jelly Belly jelly beans, which I'm excited to have because I love jelly beans. Okay, there's also a mug in here, which I need to take out of this packaging. I actually really appreciate the fact that they packed it like this, because a lot of times mugs are not wrapped this well in these book boxes, but this one actually is. Okay, so the mug looks like this, and it says Afrofuture around the edge. So that's pretty cool. And then they sent along 3 tea packs along with it. These are Tega Organic Teas. Haven't tried that before. Masala Chai Rubios. I never know how to say that. Chocolate Mint. Interesting. And Pure Red. Oh, I like red. Ruibos. I don't know how to say that word. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there's a note in this book from the author. So that's pretty nice as well. So yeah, that's everything that comes in the box. Yeah, that's a pretty decent amount of stuff. 2 books, a mug, tea, and jelly beans, along with the card and the note from the author. So yeah, it's up to you if you think that this is worth your money or not. But again, there's a discount code down in the description in case you guys are interested in checking it out. You can get a discount. I don't get any kickbacks from it at all. They were just nice enough to provide a discount code in case you guys are interested. Okay, on to the books that I got from Book of the Month. There are 3 books that I have to show off here. I don't remember what I picked this month, so again, this is as much a surprise to you as it is to me. You ever do that thing where you forget what books you ordered and then you see the books and you get really excited again? I'm really proud of myself for the books that I picked this month. I mean, all 3 of them were ones that I knew were coming out this month, in general, like they were being released, and I wanted to read anyways, and so I picked them for my Book of the Month books because, yeah, I'm really excited for them. So the first book I have to show off is The Fierce Kingdom by Jen Phillips. Jen Phillips is an author who I read a really long time ago. She wrote a book called The Well and the Mine that is completely different from this, but I really enjoyed it a lot when I read it. So when I saw that she had another book coming out, I was kind of excited, and then when I read what it was about, it sounded like crazy and terrifying. So all I know about this book is that you are following this woman and her son. They go to the zoo one day, and then the zoo closes and they are basically trapped inside, and something happens while they're in the zoo. I don't know if it's like the animals come to life or they just turn like evil or something like that, but they just like desperately need to get out of the zoo before something bad happens. That's basically all I know. That's all I want to know going into it. I want this to be as much of a surprise as possible. But yeah, I've been hearing pretty good things about this. I'm excited to check it out and to potentially have nightmares. I'm not excited about the nightmares, but I have a feeling this is the kind of book that could give you nightmares or make you at least afraid to go to the zoo at night. The next book is The Blinds by Adam Sternberg. I'm really excited about this one as well. I follow Adam Sternberg on Twitter because he is a writer for New York Magazine, I want to say, or New York Times Magazine, one of those two. But I really like his writing. He wrote Shovel Ready, which came out a couple of years ago, and then he wrote another that was like a follow-up to that. This is his latest book, obviously. In this story, there is this like small town where criminals go, but they sort of have like their memory erased, so they don't remember that they actually committed a crime. All they know is that they're not allowed to leave this town. And then there is like this sheriff who basically keeps watch over the town, and then stuff starts happening basically, and things sort of go wrong, and so I think it sort of just follows through from there. It sounds really interesting, and I really love this cover a whole lot. So yeah, again, this was another one, just super excited that it was included in Book of the Month this month, and I'm so excited to read it. And then the third book that I picked up for the month was Little Inline by Brandi Kolbert. Brandi Kolbert is an author who I've been wanting to check out for a while. She wrote a book called Point, I want to say. It was a book about ballet a couple of years ago that I'd been meaning to pick up, but I just never did. She writes young adult literature, and I've heard just nothing but great things about her writing. In this story, you are following this girl who goes to boarding school in New England, and her family lives in LA. So she comes home one summer, and it's about her basically just like learning a lot about herself. And then her brother also has, I think it's bipolar disorder. And so it's about her sort of learning how to help her brother through that situation. Sort of there are specific events that occur that really hurt his mental health, and so it's about like her learning about what his needs are and what's good or bad for his own mental health, and also just like her discovering her own identity and figuring out what's, you know, best for her as well. So yeah, contemporary young adult. I'm super excited to read it and finally like check out what Brandi Kolbert is all about. So yeah, that's everything that I have for you guys in this unboxing video. Like I said, I will have links to the Afrofuture box down in the comments below along with the coupon code. I'll also have a link to the Book of the Month website in case you are interested in that. Book of the Month is US only. I believe the Afrofuture box will ship internationally. You just have to pay more for shipping. But if you have any other questions about the boxes or any of the books, feel free to leave it down in the comments below and I will try my best to answer them. So yeah, that's all I have for now, and thanks for watching.